Do you ever get it where, and this is probably going to sound quite big-headed, but what the hell, I'm going to say it anyway. Do you ever get it where you play a new game, you find a new game, and within the first few seconds of playing this new game, you come to understand that you and this game are kind of made for each other, and that preferably sooner rather than later, you're going to become an absolute boss at this game. And, you know, maybe it's not really that big-headed of me to say, because these are not skills that I'm all that proud of, if I'm honest with you. If anything, they're just a testament to how I've spent so many thousands of hours just trying to find more and more ingenious ways of wasting my own time, which is really all I ever seem to do with my downtime, you know? I mean, had I never played computer games at all, I probably would be a much more successful human being in general. I probably would have produced a lot more music and artwork and maybe sold some and developed a career doing that. You know, I might be the kind of person that uses their spare time productively and maybe uses it to find better work or you know, meet new people. Just become a more sociable person with more friends and stuff. But as it stands, I'm just some dude that sits in his room trying to hone his skills and develop his ability to ridiculous levels, quite frankly, on childish little 2D platform shoot-em-ups like this one. But anyway, this game's called Super Crate Box, and it's a free game on Steam, and very addictive, obviously. I would have thought so much would be clear after that opening statement. And the objective of the game is basically to collect as many crates as you can, and every time you get a crate, it gives you some random weapon. And the game itself is completely indifferent about how many baddies I kill. It doesn't care. It doesn't recognise or give me any kind of indication of how many baddies I've killed, because it doesn't care. All it cares about is how many of these goddamn crates I've picked up. And basically, every time I pick up a crate, I end up with a different weapon in my hand, and I don't necessarily want to ditch the weapon that I've got, but, you know, if I want to progress, then I have to keep flickering through the weapons. So there is a kind of element of chance in this game a little bit, but as it is with all games that involve elements of chance, the skill comes in dealing with the cards that you've been dealt. And I also find that one of the big skills of this game, aside from all of the other transferable stuff that you might have carried over from your thousands of hours playing SNES games or any game with a control pad where you're just like jumping around shooting stuff like this. One of the kind of extra skills is being able to respond. Like now I've got a minigun. Being able to respond to whatever weapon you got. I've got a disc gun, and this disc gun's actually pretty dangerous because, as you can see, the shots they bounced off the walls just there, and if they bounce back at me, then I can chop my own head off with that thing. So, you know, if I'm running into a wall and I shoot just immediately after picking up a disc gun, then that's it. It's over. And my dude's only got one hit point as well. I mean, if I touch anything, any one of these baddies, then it's all over, you know, and I've got to start again. So as you can see now, my score's got an exclamation mark at it, which means I'm hitting a personal best right now. I've been playing this game on the hardest difficulty, and I've been finding it very addictive, so when I come back to normal, well, to be honest, I feel as if I could just do this all day, really. I'll get to 100 and then we'll see how I feel. I imagine at 100 I'm probably going to start getting that kind of sinking feeling where, you know, I have to just turn off the computer or get my little guy to kill himself or something, because, you know, I start to really feel a little bit ashamed of myself, to be honest. You know, when I reach a goal like that, because then what's going to happen after 100? What, am I going to aim for 200? Is that what's going to happen? Am I going to be that guy who just sits in his bedroom all day just trying to get like some insane score on Super Crate Box, on my PC, on Steam, in my bedroom? I don't want to be that guy, to be honest. You know, I don't really want to be that guy. I'm not particularly proud of who I am or what I'm doing right now, but, you know, it's who I am, and maybe I shouldn't resist it too much, because there has to be some level of self-acceptance in your soul, hasn't there? Well, there we go, 100, 101. Ugh, I can't, there you go. Game over, 101. Oh, and I've unlocked Billy. Okay, final level, hardest difficulty, let's go. Alright. So, walking underneath the spawn hole like that is not a good idea. It's practically suicide. I shan't be doing that again. So yeah, allow me to introduce you to some of these bad guys. I suppose I should do that. So you got the green dudes, and as you can see, there's a little red guy now, and there's a big red guy that's just come out of the top. And what they are, those are the green dudes. If they fall into the fire at the bottom, then they come back out through the top, only they come back furious, basically, and you know, red and legging it at you, just enraged. And other than those green dudes, you got those white ghosts there, and they don't go into the fire at the bottom. They just flitter around. They just float around, and they kind of loiter around the crates, kind of unsuspectingly and suspiciously. And they're quite annoying, really. They tend to get mad at me just from hanging around. You know, it's almost as if they hate being alive, and they kind of expect me to kill them within a certain time frame, because if I haven't killed them after a minute or so, they start getting really pissed off with me. I mean, they start changing colour and speeding up and closing in on my position and all this crap. And to be fair, like, I don't really know what I did to deserve like such harassment, to be honest. It all just seems a little bit unprovoked, really. But then, you know, that's just the nature of computer games, isn't it? I voluntarily put myself in a position of extreme stress, like for my own amusement and entertainment. And if there wasn't stress involved in this game, then it would be completely easy, wouldn't it? It would just be like, go pick up that box. Oh, there's another box. Pick up the next box. You know, and we'll give you a different gun to shoot each time you pick up a box, but there won't be anything to shoot because everyone's perfectly happy with you picking up these boxes. And maybe, like, these guys, you know, maybe the boxes belong to the guys. I mean, maybe I'm the bad guy here. You know, maybe I've just come into their home, whoever these dudes are. I've just come into their home and I'm just stealing all their stuff. You know, maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. Well, maybe they stole the stuff first and I'm trying to get it back. But something tells me I'm never actually going to get all the stuff. Like, there's just going to be an infinite amount of stuff, because every time I pick up a box, the game just goes, there you go, I have another box. You know, it's kind of like chasing after a carrot on the end of a stick. You know, I'm never going to get it. I feel kind of like I'm chasing my own tail here. And the only thing that I can really be proud of is how many times I've gone round in a circle chasing my own tail, and I can show off to my mates how many times I've... Bloody hell, that was close. How many times I've span around, you know, doing something completely meaningless and useless and totally unproductive. You know? It's like saying, hey guys, check this out, today I walked 57 miles purely to catch a carrot on the end of a stick which I was destined never to ever actually reach or catch. And, you know, the path just became increasingly more treacherous, and, you know, I developed some pretty badass trotting skills in order to navigate down this path. But I did it all, basically, to achieve something fundamental which I understood quite clearly from the outset I was never gonna actually achieve. You know, in a way, I'm more stupid than that pig with the carrot on a stick in front of his nose. You know, I'm more stupid than that dog or that cat that spins around in circles trying to catch his own tail, because I understand that I've embarked on a journey that has no end, and that I am basically pursuing an aim that leads to no goal, and that the goal that I am essentially aiming for is fundamentally unattainable. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, the day a kitten stops chasing his own tail is the day where he realises just that. He's like, hang on a minute, this is never going to stop. Like, whether or not he understands that it's his own tail or not is irrelevant. What he does understand is that this is never going to end and I just can't be bothered anymore, you know? You just got to learn to let go, and it's something that a cat or a dog can do from a very early age. Well, there it is. in the end, I went round 81 times trying to chase my own tail. And I can't believe you watched it. But, thanks for that. Love you. Bye.